Welcome to the Liquid Layer. I'm Aaron. In today's video, we're going to be covering some news with BlackRock, some news with the CFTC having a meeting soon, and also I'm going to be giving some of my opinions when it comes to things in the crypto space. But let's first go to the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin sitting around $63,000, still chopping in this range like it has been all summer. Not too much going on there. If we look at Hyperliquid's trading around $54. My screen's being a little slow right now, but it's now kind of just chopping this range. We'll see if it ends up making another move down or where it goes. Lighter is looking super good right now. It's been moving up, but this has been mostly fueled by the ETH whales that we've been talking about. You can see it's kind of forming a cup and handle right here. It's like a cup and handle in a big cup and handle. Lighter's looking strong, really good stuff. And Pump's dumping today. Pump's been running a lot, so I'm not shocked to see it have kind of a pullback. And this is pretty natural. And truthfully, Pump hasn't gone on a serious run yet. I mean, it's a big run, but it's really not like we're seeing like 7 days in a row of green candles. Like it's pretty much green, 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 red, green, green, red, 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 green, 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 red. Like it's not like we're seeing just like 8 green candles in a row. So this is I like this rally. It's pretty proper, having nice pullbacks in between and stuff. When we look at the stock market, S&P 500, we know it's been ripping, and it's looking like it could, possibly rip even further. It's absolutely insane how this thing just keeps going up, but yeah. When we look at the price of gold is kind of pulling back a little bit today from its rally it's been on the past couple of days. So yeah, now let's go to our first story of the day. $15 trillion BlackRock says tokenization is the next generation for markets. Now, this is kind of the same shit they've been saying for like the last 4 years or so. I'm pretty sure Larry Fink has said this and BlackRock has said this, and we've seen this headline a lot of times. But it really does just show you that there is a lot of energy around tokenization and big players are involved. So this is really good to see, once again, the largest asset manager in the entire world, BlackRock, wants to, go really deep in the tokenization, which I think is a really good thing for the space. And at the end of the day, it's when you're not talking about the meme coin space, the next $1 trillion of capital is going to have to come from Wall Street. That's the reality of it, guys. I hate to say it. Not even that I hate to say it. That's just the reality of it. I know there's, crypto's kind of built on the cypherpunk libertarian values and stuff like that. And I'm not a libertarian, but, we need the big money to come in if we want our bags to pump. That's the reality of it. And it's good to see BlackRock going big on this. And it's also, things like this, bullish for Lighter, because Lighter is really deep in tokenization and stuff like that. Now to our next story, the head of the CFTC just put this out. On August 20th, the CFTC will have a meeting with some of America's greatest innovators, builders, thinkers, and entrepreneurs in Washington, D.C. for a series of conversations on the future of financial markets. And I am speculating here, but as you can see, Rambo is a part of the Lighter community, put this here. The founder of Lighter is on the advisory board for the CFTC. Yes, I'll say that again. The founder of Lighter is on the United States official advisory board for the CFTC. And so is the founder of Robinhood, and Robinhood is partnered with Lighter. So I'm suspecting that the founder of Lighter will and could actually be at this meeting. I don't know for sure. There's no confirmation yet. But I think he probably will be at this meeting, and I think the founder of Robinhood will be at the meeting as well. So super good things. And yeah, and once again, the people who are going to give the license to Lighter to unlock the liquidity and allow Lighter to really become that back-end engine for all these American institutions and stuff like that is the CFTC. They have to get the license from the CFTC. So now I kind of want to go on a little mini rant. And this is just an opinion-based thing. There's nothing, we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but just I kind of put this tweet out this morning saying, the L1 trade is just simply not the move anymore. Of course, I believe Sol and ETH will perform, but they are constantly dealing with all these tricky nuances internally when it comes to inflation, staking, etc. I think it's just easier to grab a bag of pump and lit for this upcoming bull. Both projects are a lot more straightforward and have less discrepancies internally. And, I'm really going to I'm not going to sit here and circle jerk pump and lit, but when it comes to Sol and ETH, I really, I think they will perform, but the biggest issue I see and the thing I do not like about the L1 trade, especially with these dominant L1s like Sol and ETH, is there's so much constant internal nuances. They're on Twitter and in the DAO and not even in the DAO and this and that. They're constantly arguing over the inflation rate, how much Sol should be minted each month, how much Sol should be getting minted. This now in Ethereum recently, it's now how much yield should we get given from staking, and this is like the biggest problem I see with Sol and Ethereum as trades is it's just so complicated and there's so many nuances and there's a lot of internal BS going on when there's a play like Pump and Lit where it's very straightforward that the money that the platforms make, it accrues to the token. You know, for Pump On, it's 50% of the, you know, revenue goes to buybacks. For Lit, and it's all the revenue goes for buyback. So, you know, and I don't know. The L1 trade to me just doesn't seem like the move anymore. I'm not saying you're going to not be able to make money on Solana and ETH. I think you can definitely make money on Solana and ETH, but I really don't like to see complication, and I don't like to see internal teams having, you know, problems when it comes to, these group of people who run these validators want to move down the inflation rate, and these people want to keep the inflation rate, and these people want to move down the yield, and it's too much. I don't know. Anyways, now I want to go to another opinion take of mine. We don't really have that much news for today. Thread guy put this out today. He's a popular tweeter person, influencer. He said the Bitcoin narrative separated itself from disastrous parts of the on-chain the last few cycles. NFTs and the temporary death of memes. It has always ended with leave Bitcoin out of this mess. Jesus. I believe the opposite is now true. Leave on-chain out of the Bitcoin mess. If we start to see real experimentation and activity increasing, Bitcoin's hilarious underperformance would have zero negative impact. The charts already reflect this. Hype BTC completely decoupled in February. I'm down to bet that other cool new things follow the exact path. And I do actually think this thesis is going to be correct in the long term, in the sense of, you know, if you have a solid business like Pump On or Lighter, Hyperliquid, where you're actually making money, then it's not going to necessarily matter how much Bitcoin is going up or not. Now, I think Bitcoin going up just because of how, you know, markets are hype based and they are narrative based. And for all of crypto's history so far, maybe until recently, maybe it's been everything is beta on Bitcoin. So, and we've seen this recently. You know, Bitcoin went down from 125 in October of last year to now we're sitting at 63,000, and most of the altcoins got absolutely destroyed. So it's still the king. At the end of the day, Bitcoin going up a lot will help the altcoins go up a lot, but I do think we're going to start to see kind of this decoupling and really these businesses that are actually starting to succeed in the space not having to completely rely on Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens with that. And I think Bitcoin's actually in a decent spot right now. I think the fact that the price isn't reacting to Michael Saylor selling is really, really good. But anyways, that's all we got for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you go follow me on X, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, join the Discord, and I'll see you tomorrow.